Imagine, if you will, two large conjoined glass rooms, like two cubes, about 60 feet square, situated centrally on the main floor of Carleton University's McCodrum Library. All around this newly built fishbowl of space are modern study carrels, each with a computer monitor connected to the virtual avenues essential for contemporary study. The double doors open up into a view of the library's grand foyer, which, over the course of a year, sees over 1 million visits. Through the doors, the presence of sewing frames and book presses belonging to the bookbinding trade suggests a different purpose for these rooms than simply a space for lectures and seminars. That testament becomes more overt as you pass through a single door into the second cube. Here you will find hulking printing presses from various eras, along with banks of cabinets holding reserves of lead and wooden type. No museum, the space has a very practical intent, one that furthers the understanding of scholars and students through the experience of the book arts, and also furthers the role of the library as a hub of academic life at the university and in the community beyond. This is the McCodrum Library Book Arts Lab. Interest in the physicality of the text has grown in lockstep with the rise of popularity in book arts practice. While the two trends may be related, caused by a monumental technological shift, they each have different ends. Scholarship needs to understand and experience the book arts. Those studying literature or history have already begun an academic inquiry into book culture. The notion of book arts encompasses the old book trade crafts, such as letterpress printing, bookbinding, calligraphy, wood engraving or wood block printing, paper making, and paper decorating. These serve as a conduit which casts light on everything from books in the oral tradition, to cuneiform tablets, to scrolls, all while being aware of how books are consumed in the present and may be understood in the future. On the arts side of book arts, there's an imperative to explore and experience past practice, to understand it better, and to comprehend the humanism that is tied so closely to the book arts. That being said, the lab's primary mission is not to create fine press printers, master bookbinders, or professional calligraphers. Likewise, it is not in the lab's interest to be a production facility. Rather, it serves higher learning as a space for experimentation and exploration, a place where scholars can study book production from the past and present and speculate on its form, or lack thereof, in the future. One segment of the academic community that needs no convincing when it comes to experiential learning are the STEM programs. STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, already has an age-old relationship with the use of labs as a cornerstone of their educational process. It is students and scholars in the liberal arts who possess a yearning for tactile experience and the need to slow down to properly study and experience integral to their field. Add to this the access the lab has to the library's special collections, rare books and archives, the actual historical proofs of printed and bound materiality, as well as posters, broadsides, and advertising. The tactile experience of actually feeling 600-year-old vellum manuscripts is an example of an experience worthy of some reflection. And that brings us back to experiential learning. The technology in the lab belongs to history, but the lab is not a museum of living history. Scholarship is drawn out of experience through reflection, the depth and breadth of which can be measured for pedagogical purposes. In time, the lab will serve as a hub for scholarly and public gatherings that further knowledge in the field. Mastery in the Book Arts Lab represents the ability to communicate and demonstrate to students and faculty the sometimes elusive relationship between tactile handcraft and the intellectual and theoretical processes, or in other words, active experiential learning. The Book Arts Lab is open to faculty, staff, and students of Carleton University. Inquiries can be made through the Research Support Services Department at the Macodrum Library. Welcome to the Macodrum Library Book Arts Lab.